Hello everybody, Mr. Wyatt again, and today we're looking at topic 7, section 8. We will be discussing volume today of prisms. All right, so if you look here on the screen, it says find the volume of this figure, and it is a rectangular prism. And we always use the same formula when finding volume of prisms. And it looks like this: V equals big B times H. Now, big B refers to the area of the base. Here's your base right here on the bottom of this figure. Now, again, base doesn't always mean bottom, but with rectangular prisms, we can call the bottom of the figure the base, and that's fine. Okay, so I have to find the area of the base. And so here's our formula. And to find the area of the base, since it's a rectangle, we just take the length here times the width here of that rectangle. So to find the volume, to find the area of the base, I'll take length times width. And then once I have that, I will multiply by the height of the entire rectangular prism. So volume equals length times width times height in this case. Some of you might be thinking, I've heard that before. Why didn't you just say that from the start? Why do we have V equals big B times little h, or the area of the base times the height? And you will see why in a little bit when we look at another example. But here, to find the area of the base, big B, we take length times width, which is 20 times 6. And then we will multiply that by the height, which is 15. The height of the entire prism, which is 15. And that's it. So 20 times 6, that's 120. And then we multiply that by 15, and that would be 1,800. Now, volume has a different label because we're talking 3 dimensions now. Volume is how much of something you could fit inside of this box, if you were to think of it as being a box. If it were an aquarium and there were little fish in there, you could think of this being kind of like, here's my little drawings of fish because I'm so unartistic. You could think of this being like, a fish tank, an aquarium, and it's filled with water. And how much water could that tank hold? That's not as fun though as if it were filled with chocolate pudding, right? Anyway, yeah, I mean, length times width is 120 times height. We would get 1,800. But it is cubic units because we have 3 dimensions. So instead of having square inches for our label, we have cubic inches. And so I'll put inches down. But instead of squared, I'll put cubed. That's how you label that. 1,800 cubic inches. All right, pretty easy, huh? Length times width times height. Volume equals area of the base times the height. All right, now, this is where this formula becomes so important. Volume equals area of the base times the height. Find the volume of this figure. Well, first of all, what shape is its base? We have to find the area of its base. What shape is its base? Some of you might be thinking, well, it looks like it's a rectangle down here. And yeah, there is a rectangle on the bottom. But remember, base doesn't mean bottom. This is a triangular prism. Triangular prism. If you want to find the base of this figure, you have to look for the faces that are parallel to each other. And in this case, what makes this unique, yes, it has rectangles. That's what makes it a prism. What makes this unique, though, is we have these triangular faces as well. Here's one here on the front, another one that's identical to it on the back. Okay? Those are your bases right there. The bases are the sides that are parallel to each other in the prism. So this is a triangular prism. Its base is a triangle. So if we want to start out by finding the area of the base, we're going to have to take 1/2 times base times height. See, big B is the area of the base. Little b is just the base of that triangle itself. It is a right triangle. Its base is 12. Its height is also 12, as you see over here. So the area of the base is 1/2 times 12 times 12. All right, 12 times 12 is 144. We then want to find half of that, and you can divide it by 2 to get half of it, and it equals 72. So to find the volume, you take the area of the base, which we just found is 72, and then you multiply that by the height. Now this time we're not looking for the height of the triangle, we're looking for the height of the prism. And the height of a prism is always the distance between the bases. And the bases happen to be 25 feet apart. So it's 72 times 25. Okay? And when you multiply that together, you get 1800. So it is 1,800. We need a label now. Volume is cubic units. Our unit of measurement is feet here. So I'm going to put feet cubed. Or said better, that would be 1,800 cubic feet. Wasn't our last one 1,800 also? Weird. 1,800 cubic inches there. Here we have 1,800 cubic feet. Don't get excited about that. That's just a coincidence that these two examples had the same answer. All right, so volume equals area of the base times the height. You can see why this formula is so important when the base happens to be a shape other than a rectangle. Here's another one. This is, again, another triangular prism. Yes, we have these rectangular faces on the bottom, on the right here, and on the left there. But it's the triangles that make this prism unique. And so the triangles happen to be your bases here. And the reason I know they are the bases is because they're parallel to each other. You don't have any other faces in this figure that run parallel to each other. Just these two triangles here. So to find the volume of this prism, or how much stuff you could fill up inside of it, you take big B, area of the base, times H, the height of the prism. Okay, so let's find the area of the base. The base is a triangle. To find the area of a triangle, you take 1/2 times the base times the height of that triangle. So we have 1/2 times 12 times 5. If you were using a calculator, you could just type 0.5 instead of 1/2. 0.5 times 12 times 5. And that would give you the answer here for the area of the base. Otherwise, you could take half of 12, which is 6, and take 6 times 5. That works great. It equals 30. So we have 30. That's the area of the base. That's big B. And then we multiply by the height of this entire prism. And the height of the prism, remember, is the distance between the bases. And our bases are these triangles. How far apart are they? Well, they're 15 centimeters apart. So 30 times 15 will give us the volume of this prism. And so that would be 450 cubic centimeters. And that's how we write that label, cm per centimeters, and then cubed after that. So 450 cubic centimeters is the volume. Isn't volume easy? I like volume because it's just a very simple formula. Area of the base times the height. Let's look at one more example here, and you'll notice this one's a little bit different. We do have a rectangular prism, and since it's a rectangular prism, we can think of the base as being the bottom. That's fine because all the faces are rectangles. Why not just call the base the bottom in this figure? But now we're missing a measurement. We're missing the length. We have the width, we have the height. We also have the volume right here, 4,500 cubic centimeters. Let's find the length. So volume equals area of the base times the height. Now in this case, since the base is a rectangle, we can find its area by taking length times width. And then multiply that by the height. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this formula here and I'm going to fill in what I know. I know the volume. That's 4,500. Let's substitute that in for V. It equals the length, oh, I don't know what that is, times the width is 10, times the height is 18. So can I work backward to solve this and figure out what the length would have to be? Some people would just start with 4,500. They would enter that in their calculator, and then they would divide by 10, and then they would divide that by 18, and they would get their answer. And that works great. You can do that. But I think what most people would do is they would multiply 10 times 18. That's 180. So 180 times that length will equal 4,500. That's our total volume for this prism. And then our last step is to do a one-step equation here. It's a one-step equation. We're just going to undo this multiplying by dividing by 180. Okay? And when you divide by 180, you get L equals 35. Is it 35? I better check my math. 4,500 divided by 180 equals, oh, it's 25. The length is 25. Yeah, I do too much in my head, and it caught me that time, didn't it? So it's 25. Oh, what's our label? We need to be careful this time because now I'm not finding the volume. I was already given the volume. I'm just finding a dimension, which is in centimeters. So my unknown length here is just 25 centimeters, and we can check this to see if it's true. Just take 25 times 10 times 18 and see if it equals 4,500. It will. Okay, it will. So our missing length there is 25 centimeters. All right, that's it for today, and that's it for topic 7. Actually, tomorrow we'll be reviewing, so we will have a review worksheet tomorrow. All right, and then we'll have the topic 7 test. See you later.